Hare Krishna Mataji, pranams Mataji, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna to everyone, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna everyone.
Hare Krishna Mataji, pranams Mataji. Happy Diwali Mataji.
Happy Diwali, Hare Krishna. Is Diwali today, Dimya?
Yes, Mataji, Diwali today. Hare Krishna.
We are celebrating tomorrow, Mataji.
Yeah, some portion is today, somewhere it is tomorrow, but we can
For us,
celebrate
it is today, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Okay, so let's have a quick class then. Dhanya Dhameshwari Mataji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jyotirayet Nashtaprayasho Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Nashtaki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto, chapter 9, verse number, what is it? Verse number 20.
25 Mataji.
25. ठीक है. Thank you. Yeah, okay, yeah, this verse. या एक ईशा निजमायया नः सस्रजयेना येना अनुसृजाम विश्वं वयं न यस्यापि पुरा समीहता पश्यामलिङ्गं पृथगीशमानिनः. Anyone wants to recite? Okay, then I'll go ahead. Chitramohini Mataji, go ahead.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी, प्रणाम माताजी. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. या एक ईशो निजमायया न ससर्ज येनानुसृजां विश्वं वयं न यस्यापि पुरा समीहतं पश्यामलिङ्गं पृथगीशमानिनः. हरे कृष्ण. थैंक यू माताजी.
Thank you. Madhumay Krishna Kanta Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, pranams Mataji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Ya eka isho nijamaya jnanaha sasarjayena anusrujama vishvam vayam nayasyapi purah samihataha pasyamalingam prutagishamaninaha. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Pran Nandini Madhvi Mataji. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी, प्रणाम माताजी. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. सैकैसो निजमायया नः ससर्जयेनु अनुसृजाम विश्वं वयं न यस्यापि पुरा समीहतः पश्यामलिङ्गं पृथगीशमानिनः. हरे कृष्ण माताजी. थैंक यू माताजी.
Thank you. Shubha Rao Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी, दंडवत प्रणाम.
Dhanna Pranam.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. एकैशो निजमायया नः ससर्जयेनानुसृजाम विश्वं वयं तयस्यापि पुरः समीहतः पश्यामलिङ्गं पृथगीशमानिनः.
Thank you. Repti Ratnangi Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, pranam Mataji. Wish you a very happy conscious Diwali Mataji. Hare Krishna
Thank you.
Mataji.
Wish you happy Diwali too. Hare Krishna.
एको ईश निजमयाय नः ससर्ज पेनो सृजाम विश्वं वयं न यस्यापि पुरा संहतः पश्यामलिङ्गं पृथगीशमानिनः. हरे कृष्ण माताजी. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
Thank you. Usha Devati Mataji. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी, प्रणाम माताजी. ओम नमो
Dhanna.
भगवते वासुदेवाय. य एको निशा नित्यमायया न ससर्जयेना सृजमा विश्वं अयं न यस्यापि पुरा समितः यस्य पश्यमां लिंगं प्रतिज्ञईष्यमानिनः. थैंक यू माताजी.
Thank you.
हरे कृष्ण.
Krishna. Yaha he who. Ekaha one. Ishaha controller. Nijamaya by his transcendental potence. Naha us. Sasarj created. Yen by whom? By whom, through whose mercy. Anusrajam. We also create. Vishwam, the universe. Vayam, we, not, yasya, of whom. Api, although, puraha, in front of us. Samihata, of him who is acting. Pashyam, see. Lingam, the form. Prithak, separate. Isha, as controllers. Manina, thinking of ourselves. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Shabad ki jai. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, who created us by His external potency and by whose mercy we expand the creation of the universe, is always situated before us as the Supersoul. But we cannot see His form. We are unable to see Him because all of us think that we are separate and independent gods. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Shabad ki jai. Here is an explanation of why the conditioned soul cannot see the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face. Even though the Lord appears before us as Lord Krishna or Lord Ramachandra and lives in human society as a leader or king, the conditioned soul cannot understand him. Avajananti mam mudha manushim tanumashritam. Rascals, mudhas, deride the Supreme Personality of Godhead, thinking him an ordinary human being. However insignificant we are, we think that we are also God, that we can create a universe or that we can create another God. This is why we cannot see or understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In this regard, Srila Madhvacharya says, Lingam eva pashyamaha kadachit abhimanastu devanam api san eva praya kaleshu na asti eva tarat manayena so apitu. We are all conditioned to various degrees, but we think that we are God. That is why we cannot understand who God is or see Him face to face. Om Gyan Timirandasya Gyan Anjana Shalakaya Chaksharunmritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manovishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. He Krishna Karna Sindhu Din Bandhu Jagat Pate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute. Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishbhanuste Devi Pranamami Hari Prei. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advait Gadadhar Shiv Sadi Gaur Bhakti Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namne. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shnevadi Paschatya Deshatayine. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, who created us by His external potency and by whose mercy we expand the creation of the universe, is always situated before us as the Supersoul. But we cannot see His form. We are unable to see Him because all of us think that we are separate and independent gods. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam 6th canto, which is called as the Prescribed Duties of the Mankind, chapter number 9, which is called as
The appearance of the demon Vritrasura.
appearance of the demon Vritsasura. And Vritsasura was brought forth, the existence of Vritsasura was brought forth because of the offense that Indra committed by killing Vishwarup. So his father Twashta performed a sacrifice and brought forth this demon. And the demon was very powerful and was giving demigods a very difficult time. So the demigods rushed and prayed to Lord Vishnu directly this time. There is no middle person, no spiritual master here right now. So they prayed to the Lord directly, and we are reading their prayers as to different glorification of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is going on. And the mistake that, and also this particular prayer elaborates that why approach Krishna. You know what is Krishna's greatness, and this is what is glorified in this particular prayer. So many elements in this particular prayer. I was listening to Damodar Leela by Radha Govind Maharaj a few days ago, and he was saying that in context of Basrama Manigriva and Nalakuver, that there are two kinds of ignorance in this material world. They were saying one kind of ignorance is the gross ignorance, where I think that I am a body, and everything that is connected to my body is mine. And because of that covering, one does not hesitate to commit the grossest of sinful activities, kill innocent animals, exploit everything to fulfill the sense gratification, and then gets entangled. So he said this is one kind of ignorance. But then there is another kind of ignorance which is found in the internal potency of Krishna. And that ignorance is that Krishna is my friend, or Krishna is actually my child, and Krishna is dependent on me completely. Like in this Damodar Lila last time, he was referring that it was that kind of play of Yogamaya, that Mother Yashoda was just very, very convinced that Krishna is her son. And without Mother Yashoda's intervention, if Krishna is not cleaned by Mother Yashoda, then Krishna will remain dirty. If Krishna is not fed by Mother Yashoda, then Krishna will actually grow thin and lean and die. Or Krishna is not taught good manners by Mother Yashoda, then he'll become a bad boy. He will bring bad name to the family. Like that, this is also a kind of ignorance where one thinks that Lord is dependent on the devotee 100%. So he was saying that two kinds of ignorance. So the devotee who is a marginal potency has a choice which one to choose. Okay, now here the demigods are very clearly explaining that they are made by who created us by his external potency. Okay, so the demigod title is not a spiritual title. It's not like on the level of the devotees in Vaikuntha or Goloka Vrindavan. It's external potency. And why were they made? Because Krishna created the universe and the demigods are helping him in the administrative aspects, expanding the creation of universe. Right? This is what the administration do, right? How to expand the business, how to go far and wide. The good administrator does that. Okay, but they're also committing or actually bringing forth this vulnerability that Krishna is always present before us as super soul. It is a mistake to think that one is alone. One is never alone because Krishna is always in the heart of the living entity. It's a mistake, but this has to be realized, because somebody who is realized is actually Atmaram, like Narad Muni is an Atmaram, very happy with himself. There is no need for any, he doesn't think, okay, I'm going from one continent to another continent, one planet to another planet, and I'm always traveling alone. We are looking for companions, right, to help us through this difficult journey of life. But a pure devotee of Krishna is never alone. So they're saying that he always present us before Super Soul, but we cannot see his form. And why? Because we think that we are separate and independent gods. So they are hitting the target that if somebody is choosing not to see Krishna, then it's not that Krishna is partial and he is only visible to somebody and invisible to somebody. No, because it is their own prerogative that they are not able to come out of this ignorance, that they are dependent on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This dependence is celebrated. I was hearing one lecture today on Uddhava Gita by Swami Bhagavan Keshav Maharaj, and he was saying so many things, and he was saying that if we leave something for Krishna, he was giving the list of the devotees who left things, who left something for Krishna. He was giving the long list he was reciting. Like he said, Bharat Maharaj left his kingdom, family, his wife, his children, his riches, everything for Krishna. Parikshit Maharaj wrapped up everything for Krishna. And so, okay, if we consciously leave something for Krishna, Krishna makes sure that we get to a better position. I felt so encouraged in my heart. Like it says, because in the material world, one also is sacrificing, right? One is also sacrificing minute to minute to, if whoever they repose their love, if somebody is reposing their love and attention to their work, for example, then they are sacrificing their time with their dear and near ones. Or if somebody is in love with somebody, then they are sacrificing some their desires, like a mother or a child, or a father or a child. It takes a lot of austerity to raise the baby, to raise a child. Like it's not the parent sacrifices so many of their comforts because they're reposing their love on the child. So they're sacrificing, but it doesn't necessarily bring us to a better place in life where we are. But in Krishna's case, if somebody leaves something, anyway, we don't leave, but anyway, externally situation for the sake of discussion, somebody leaves their comfort or their, like Goswamis, they left their title, they left their post, they left their all the riches and just surrendered to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishna makes sure that, this devotee is in a better position. So it is a very safe zone to be, but we are not able to do it. And here demigods, they have actually hit the point. Why? Because we are thinking that we are separate and independent. We treat like so many sick patients, and then there is sometimes a discussion of end of life care. Right? There's sometimes, not, I don't do that too much, but sometimes there is a discussion of end of life care. Like if something happens, then how are we going to care for this child? So I always bring up like God forbid, okay, or God willing, like that. But sometimes some people say that even without the intervention of God, the treatment is working. Our child is getting better even without the intervention of God, because there is a disease, you give the diagnosis and you're treating the diagnosis. So where is God here? You see, so people like this, like the ignorance, I can act in very funny places, actually. Can act in very funny places, and one can completely become bewildered that how do you answer this, that where is God here? And the question will be where God is not there. The breathing is God, the mind is God, the health is God, the food is God, the medicine is God, right? The intelligence is God, everywhere is there. But somebody who is saying like this, where is God here? So that is coming out from this external energy, or Bahiranga Shakti, or Mahamaya, which is bewildering a conditioned soul, because the conditioned soul wants to be bewildered. It's not that we cannot blame Krishna that Krishna, if you want me, then why can't you just give me a remembrance? He is. We also have to play a role here. He is. Okay. So they're saying that actually we only we actually, Krishna is there as a super soul right there, but unable to see. We see him as Avajanati Mamamudha Manushim Tanumashritam. Like fools derive me, thinking me as an ordinary human being when I descend in my original form. Why? Because that's the whole deal, that why we took birth and became conditioned, because why Krishna should be God? I have to be God. And that enviousness, why Krishna should be God, I have to be God, we carry it every sphere of our existence. If we, in our heart, if one ever feels envious of somebody, Tamal Krishna Maharaj asked this question to Srila Prabhupada. Says, in our heart, he said he was feeling envious of a particular devotee. So Srila Prabhupada, what should I do? So he was asking this, Tamal Krishna Maharaj. It's a very famous conversation between Tamal Krishna Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada. That I'm feeling envious of this devotee. What should I do? Okay, so there are two elements here. So if one is, okay, this is a strength to recognize that if I'm feeling envious, I like what you have, but I don't like the fact that you have it. That's envy. It is coming not directly between us and that particular individual, but it is coming because of me and my envy towards Krishna. Because without Krishna's sanction, nobody can have anything. It is taken. Okay, and then we can label that life is not fair, or everything is unfair, or this is fair. No. This is without Krishna's sanction, nothing can happen. And it can be an opportunity for growth for a devotee. So Prabhupada answered that if you feel envious in your heart, then you need to glorify that devotee. Okay, find that devotee and the quality that you admire the most and glorify that this devotee is such a nice preacher or such a nice book distributor, such a nice pujari or such a nice cook, or is the beloved of our Guru Maharaj. So he did that, and then that's how he brought forth so many of his god brothers near to Srila Prabhupada. Tamal Krishna Goswami was very famous in bringing his god family near to Srila Prabhupada, including, Bhaktivedanta Maharaj. I was listening to Prabhupada's memories a few days ago, like how he was praising Tamal Krishna Maharaj for pushing him to go to Srila Prabhupada and read one of his letters and see how Prabhupada's face lights up on reading Bhaktivedanta Maharaj's letters. So this is a place of these unwanted emotions or anarthas. Don't get astonished that it is coming. It's going to come. We are dealing with it for lifetime after lifetime. It's not going to go away. But becoming aware of it and reposing it at the right place and transforming it into something which is spiritual and an offering to Supreme Personality of Godhead is what we need to do. That makes us a devotee. That makes us stand apart. We may be recognized, we may not be recognized. It doesn't matter because the Lord has to recognize. Okay, so Madhvacharya Prabhupada is also writing that we are conditioned to various degrees. And the more we are conditioned, the more darkness of ignorance we are placed, right? The more we are conditioned, the lower planetary systems are, the density of the dark ignorance intensifies as one goes more down, down, down. But the one that becomes less conditioned goes up, up, up. But one who actually frees oneself from condition goes out of this material realm and goes to the spiritual sky in the planet of Vaikuntha or Golok. Okay, so the ball is in our court. Depends on how we play it. I think I'll stop here. So just understand that this is a very nice prayer in which the demigods are making clear their own position, and they're making clear the position of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the relationship between the two. And they are actually saying that this is our mistake, that why we are not able to see you is because we think that we are independent of your existence. Any questions, reflections, realizations, corrections, complaints?